For every beloved British truck that dominates the roads, there's another that's left in the dust. From timeless workhorses like the Bedford TK to the infamous Leyland Roadtrain, the UK's truck history is full of stories that spark both admiration and frustration. Let's dive into the most loved and most hated trucks that have defined Britain's transport legacy. The Bedford TK, launched in 1960, replaced the Bedford S-Type and stayed in production until 1992, lasting over 3 decades. More than 620,000 units were built, making it one of Britain's most trusted light trucks of the 1960s and 1970s. Competing with the Ford D series, it became famous for strength and reliability. The TK served almost everywhere as fire engines, military 4x4s, post office service trucks and more. The Army's version, the Bedford MK, saw over 50,000 units built. Its simple petrol and diesel engines made repairs easy, with cheap spare parts across the UK. Its cab design allowed 3 front seats and comfort without luxury. Even decades later, collectors cherish it for its durability and honest engineering. The TK symbolised a British ideal: build it simple, build it strong, build it to last. The Leland Octopus, launched in the early 1960s, was part of Leyland Motors' Power Plus truck range with the new LAD Vista View cab. Known as the 22-ton 8-wheeler, it was built for heavy-duty work and became a true symbol of British industry and pride. When new weight rules favoured articulated trucks in 1964, Octopus sales dropped, leading to a short production pause in the 1970s. It later returned powered by a 220 horsepower Leyland L12 engine, famous for strength and simple design. Easy to repair and built with widely available parts, the Octopus earned deep loyalty from hauliers and military fleets alike. Drivers admired its toughness and the fact that most issues could be fixed roadside with basic tools. For many, the Octopus represented a proud era when British-built trucks ruled the roads, strong, reliable and made to last. The Leyland Roadtrain, launched in 1980, was the pride of the new T45 range and quickly won Truck of the Year 1981, marking a major success for British engineering. Its C40 cab, designed with BRS and Ogle Design Studios, was shaped through wind tunnel testing for better aerodynamics. Only 120 shared parts were used across the 1038-ton models, simplifying maintenance. Powered by the Leyland TL12 engine, based on the AEC 760, it offered solid performance early on. A Spicer gearbox gave drivers familiar handling, while the improved Marathon chassis and hub reduction axle allowed lower frame height for heavy loads. However, by the mid-1980s, competitors like Volvo and DAF released larger, more comfortable trucks. Leyland responded with the interstate high-roof model, but it arrived too late. The Roadtrain's reputation declined due to rusting cabs, electrical issues and uneven build quality. Industrial strikes, poor management and a European recession hurt production further. Despite its promising start and innovative design, the Roadtrain's flaws and factory turmoil led to its end in 1990, just 10 years after its celebrated debut, a symbol of both ambition and the challenges of Britain's truck industry. In 1987, DAF merged with the Leyland Trucks division of Rover Group, creating an unexpected alliance. June 1989 saw the combined company floated on the Dutch and London stock exchanges as DAF NV. The company traded as Leyland DAF in the United Kingdom, while operating as DAF elsewhere in European markets. DAF Bus was split as a separate entity in 1990 to become part of United Bus Operations, Following difficulties in the British market, DAF NV was placed under administration in February 1993. The Dutch operations were sold via management buyout and rebranded as DAF trucks. The late 1980s and early 1990s saw the UK market plummet to sales levels not witnessed since wartime conditions. The UK represented DAF's largest market, making repercussions inevitable. When continental markets followed the UK into decline in 1992, consequences proved severe for operations. By 1992, DAF introduced an all-new medium to heavyweight lineup featuring models including the 65, 75 and 85 series. The 85 utilised a wedge-shaped cab design and DAF's 11.6 litre engine option, powered by DAF's 6.24 litre, 8.65 litre and 11.6 litre engines respectively. These vehicles featured novel styling details that distinguished them from predecessors. The 85 series cab sat 10 centimetres higher on the chassis to clear the WS engine block mounting. DAF trucks demonstrated superior aerodynamics, better driver comfort, and advanced engines with improved reliability standards. Some British loyalists hated seeing international brands claim contracts that once belonged to Leyland exclusively. Yet DAF trucks outsmarted Leyland through engineering excellence and operational efficiency. They won contracts from major fleet operators who switched allegiances based on practical performance rather than patriotic sentiment. Operators prioritised downtime reduction and fuel economy over national pride considerations. The shift represented fundamental market reorientation toward engineering capability and proven performance records. In the late 1960s, two previously unknown Swedish truck builders altered British haulier perception of maximum weight vehicles fundamentally. Volvo presented the Forward Control F88 in 1965, beginning the company's export-oriented System 8 strategy. The truck became foundational to what would develop into the Volvo truck giant operating globally today. The F88 sold well internationally and began establishing reputation for durable cab-over truck design. The engine was a 9.6 litre TD 100 turbocharged inline-six diesel producing 260 horsepower at 2,200 RPM. By 1977, the F10 and F12 replaced the F88 and F89 models entirely. They offered substantially more comfort, power, style and safety compared to outgoing models. The basic chassis and driveline components relied extensively on components introduced in 1973 for the Volvo N-Series trucks. Powered by TD 100 and TD 120 engines, they produced 280 and 320 horsepower respectively. In 1979, Volvo introduced Globetrotter models for long-distance transportation, with upgraded cabins featuring higher dimensions for standing and sleeping comfort. In 1993, the F10, F12 and F16 were completely replaced with the revolutionary FH series. The FH12 and FH16 arrived as the first models under the FH line designation. The FH represented technology advancement made necessary as environmental concerns took increasing importance for all truck manufacturers globally. The FH12 was awarded Europe's Truck of the Year award in 1994. In 2000, the upgraded FH12 won the award again, becoming the first single truck model achieving this distinction twice. Before the FH12, operators accepted that highway trucks required choosing between driver comfort and operational efficiency. Volvo proved operators could have both simultaneously. The 12-litre displacement provided torque from low rev ranges, reducing required gear changes and driver fatigue during extended operations. Arrived at just 1200 RPM and remained consistent through 1650 RPM continuously. This characteristic proved invaluable during challenging manoeuvres, including pulling from fuel stops with maximum loads, climbing steep gradients, and accelerating into traffic flows safely. Foreign dominance in the British market meant traditionalists resented seeing international engineering surpass local pride, yet modern drivers loved the quiet cabins, proven reliability records, and international prestige associated with Volvo vehicles, symbol of how global engineering overtook local capacity. Volvo trucks represented the inevitable conclusion that British manufacturing could not compete without fundamental transformation. Britain's truck roads reveal the complete industrial transformation that occurred between 1960 and 1990. Bedford TK represented straightforward design excellence and a manufacturing reliability. The Leyland Octopus symbolised an era when domestic pride and production aligned perfectly. The Roadtrain embodied ambition that exceeded actual execution capabilities. DAF and Volvo trucks demonstrated that global competition rewarded engineering excellence over nationalist loyalty. Operators chose vehicles based on performance, parts availability, and driver comfort rather than sentimental attachment to national brands. This commercial reality drove the final chapter of British truck manufacturing independence forever.